My name is Kevin and I've been working as a construction contractor for 15 years. My ex-wife Lisa applied to court 3 years after our divorce. She claimed I was hiding my income to increase alimony. She had presented records kept by my financial advisor Jonathan as evidence. These records contained hidden money, fake invoices, and secret accounts. I'm Kevin Mitchell, 41 years old, a construction contractor living in Phoenix, Arizona. I have a small but successful company called Phoenix Construction Services. I've been in this business for 15 years and have a good reputation in the city. Residential projects, commercial buildings, renovation work. I don't do very large projects, but I'm a respected businessman with regular income. Lisa and I divorced 4 years ago. We had a 12-year marriage. Lisa is 38 years old, a former real estate professional, but she stopped working after our divorce. We have 2 children, 14-year-old Emma and 11-year-old Connor. The children stay with Lisa, and I pay $3,200 monthly alimony. This is a fair amount determined by the court. I had entrusted my financial affairs to Jonathan Pierce. Jonathan was 45 years old, an experienced financial advisor with a small accounting office in Phoenix. We had been working together for 8 years. He handled my taxes, invoices, and expenses. I trusted Jonathan a lot because he always conducted my affairs in an organized and transparent manner. That day, Friday, March 15, 2024, my life changed again. I was in my office when I received a call from my lawyer Brian Summers. Kevin, Lisa has applied to court again. She's asking for an alimony increase. What? I'm paying regularly already. Kevin, the allegations are very serious. She says you're hiding your income, that your real earnings are much higher. I was confused. Brian, this is nonsense. I declare all my income. Jonathan keeps everything organized. Kevin, Lisa's lawyer has submitted reports prepared by Jonathan to the court. These reports claim you're hiding almost twice your income. This was impossible. Jonathan had been working with me for 8 years, he knew all my financial affairs. How could he prepare such a report? Brian, where did these documents come from? Kevin, official documents prepared with Jonathan's signature and financial advisor's seal. The court will hold a hearing in 1 week. I met with Brian. When I examined the documents he had, I was shocked. A detailed 23-page financial report prepared with Jonathan Pierce's seal and signature. This report stated, Kevin Mitchell's real income through Phoenix Construction Services over the past 3 years is approximately $280,000 annually. The income declared to the court is $145,000 annually. Kevin Mitchell is hiding 52% of his income through secret banking accounts, fake expense invoices, and cash payments. The report also contained these allegations: secret bank account in Nevada, fake subcontractor invoices, unrecorded jobs for cash payments, fake material expenses, showing personal expenses as company expenses. None of these allegations were true. I declared every penny. Why had Jonathan prepared these reports? Brian, these documents must be fake. I didn't do such things. Kevin, these are official reports from Jonathan Pierce. It means your financial advisor will testify against you. I immediately called Jonathan. His secretary answered, Mr. Jonathan is not available right now. He'll call you back. But Jonathan didn't call back. I went to his office. Jonathan, what are these reports? You know my financial situation. Jonathan looked uncomfortable. Kevin, I just gave the correct figures. Your real income is much higher than what you declared to the court. What do you mean, Jonathan? You keep all my records. Kevin, you might have overlooked some things. Your financial situation isn't as it appears. This was crazy. Jonathan had known all my affairs for 8 years. How could he suddenly be against me? Court day came. Judge Patricia Coleman was presiding over the case at Maricopa County Family Court. Lisa's lawyer Sandra Mitchell, ironically the same last name, was very aggressive. Your Honor, Kevin Mitchell is systematically trying to avoid his alimony obligations by hiding his income. The reports prepared by his financial advisor clearly show this. Jonathan took the witness stand. I had worked with this man for 8 years, trusted him. Mr. Pierce, what is Kevin Mitchell's real income? Your Honor, based on my detailed examinations, Mr. Mitchell's annual income is around $280,000. The $145,000 declared to the court doesn't reflect reality. How do you explain this difference? Secret accounts, fake invoices, cash transactions. Mr. Mitchell is trying to hide half his income. My head was spinning. How could Jonathan tell these lies? My lawyer Brian made a defense, but Jonathan's reports were very detailed. Judge Coleman seemed very convinced by these documents. Mr. Mitchell, what is your defense against these allegations? Your Honor, I declare all my income. These allegations are not true. But your financial advisor says otherwise. The court increased my alimony from $3,200 to $6,100 monthly. Almost double. Where would I find this money? After leaving court, Brian and I talked. Kevin, this is very strange. Why would your financial advisor testify against you? I don't know, Brian. But there's something else behind this. I couldn't sleep that night. I couldn't understand why Jonathan had betrayed me. 8 years of business relationship, trust. Everything disappeared in an instant. The next day I hired private detective Richard Hayes. Richard was a former police officer, 20 years experienced, specializing in financial crimes. Kevin, in these types of cases there's usually bribery or personal interest. We should investigate whether there have been changes in Jonathan's lifestyle recently. Richard started investigating Jonathan. 2 weeks later, interesting findings came. Kevin, Jonathan Pierce has had serious changes in his spending habits over the past 6 months. He bought a new car, went on expensive vacations, enrolled his son in private school. That's suspicious. More importantly, there are records showing Jonathan met with Lisa several times. Restaurant receipts, hotel records. My heart stopped. What do you mean they met? Kevin, it appears Jonathan and Lisa had 4 private meetings before the court case. This was like a bomb. Were Jonathan and Lisa having secret meetings? Richard dug deeper. He examined Jonathan's bank records. Kevin, $45,000 has been deposited into Jonathan's account over the past 3 months. This money is coming from Lisa's account. Now everything was starting to become clear. Lisa had bought Jonathan with bribery. Richard, how will we prove this? Kevin, bank records, meeting records, phone calls. We'll compile everything and present it to court. Meanwhile, the increase in alimony payments was starting to strain my financial situation. $6,100 monthly was a very large amount. I had to turn down some projects. Richard deepened his investigation. He talked to Jonathan's office secretary Monica. Monica had been fired and was very angry. Monica, did Jonathan have any strange behaviors recently? Yes, he was making very secretive phone calls. One day I saw Lisa Mitchell in the office. She was talking very intimately with Jonathan. Did you hear what they were talking about? Not exactly, but Lisa was saying something like, I know Kevin's real situation if you help me. This statement was very important. With Monica's testimony, the conspiracy between Lisa and Jonathan could be proven. Richard also examined the fake documents Jonathan had prepared. He hired computer expert Patricia Wong. Kevin, these documents have been manipulated. Jonathan manipulated your real financial records to produce fake figures. How can you prove this? Document metadata, modification dates, font analysis. Everything shows forgery. 6 weeks later we had strong evidence. $45,000 money transfer from Lisa to Jonathan. Secret meeting records. Monica's testimony. Computer analysis of fake documents. Sudden changes in Jonathan's living standards. Brian reapplied to court. A request for case dismissal and reevaluation due to fake documents and conspiracy. Judge Coleman took these serious allegations into consideration. A new hearing would be held on April 8, 2024. This time I went on the offensive. We presented all the evidence Richard had found to the court. Jonathan was back on the witness stand, but this time he looked very uncomfortable. Mr. Pierce, is it true that you received money from Lisa Mitchell? Jonathan was sweating. No, there's no such thing. Brian showed the bank records. What do these transfers mean? That's money I received for another job. What job? Is there an official contract? Jonathan couldn't answer. Monica testified. She told about the secret meeting between Lisa and Jonathan in the office. Lisa's lawyer Sandra was in a very difficult position. The evidence was so strong she couldn't make a defense. Finally, computer expert Patricia Wong presented the analysis of the fake documents. Your Honor, these documents were produced by manipulating original financial records. The real figures confirm the income levels Kevin Mitchell declared. Judge Coleman looked very serious. Mr. Pierce, perjury is a very serious crime. Do you have any defense against these allegations? Jonathan had collapsed. Your Honor, I apologize. Lisa Mitchell offered me money. I was forced to. How much money? $45,000. She said she would give another $20,000 if the application was approved. There was tremendous silence in the courtroom. Lisa's face had turned white. Judge Coleman made her decision. It has been proven that systematic conspiracy, fake document production, and perjury occurred in this case. Jonathan Pierce will be referred to federal investigation for perjury charges. Lisa Mitchell will also undergo criminal investigation for participating in the conspiracy. Kevin Mitchell's alimony obligation is returned to the original level of $3,200 monthly. Additionally, the overpaid alimony amount will be refunded by Lisa Mitchell. Justice had prevailed. Lisa faced both criminal and legal responsibility due to the conspiracy. Jonathan lost his license and received a 2-year federal prison sentence. Lisa refunded the $25,000 excess alimony I had paid. The court also ordered Lisa to pay my legal fees. Today, 8 months later, I work with my new financial advisor Sarah Chin. Sarah works very honestly and transparently. Phoenix Construction Services is growing. I'm taking on new projects. My relationship with Emma and Connor has improved. After learning about the tricks Lisa played, the children said their trust in their father had increased. "Dad, what our mom did wasn't right." "You never lied," Emma said last week. Lisa is currently living in another city. The children stay with me on weekends. We now only have necessary communication between us. Jonathan is in prison. He got 2 years but could get out in 18 months if he behaves well. His financial advisory license was permanently revoked. This incident taught me important lessons. It's nice to trust people, but you shouldn't trust blindly. My 8-year business partner sold me for $45,000. I'm very grateful to Richard Hayes. Without his investigation, we could never have solved this conspiracy. Truth can sometimes be hidden, but sooner or later it comes out. Now my life is normal. My business is going well, my relationship with my children has strengthened, justice has prevailed. I escaped the trap Lisa and Jonathan set. The most important message of this story is, money can change some people. But truth always wins. Justice finds its place even if late. On a sunny morning in Phoenix, I'm sitting in my office writing these lines. Phoenix Construction Services is growing, we have new projects. The pains of the past are being forgotten, the future looks bright. Despite the conspiracy Lisa set up, I remain standing. Because I was the one who was right.